Hey guys, Connie Huey here, and my favorite holiday is, you guessed it, Christmas! But Halloween is a close second. As much as I love Christmas and how cozy it is, I can understand that it can bring the worst out of people. Mostly Karens. But I think we can all agree that Halloween is the most universally loved holiday ever. It always warms my heart when I open Twitter and see people talk about their plans and sharing memes about it, even posting photos of Halloween costumes for themselves or their kids. Seeing those makes me remember all the past Halloweens I had when I was a kid going trick-or-treating. But then I remembered my worst trick-or-treating experience ever. It was 2012 and I was almost 14 at the time, and I live in Pennsylvania. And if you lived there too, or around the eastern United States, you would all remember Hurricane Sandy. I'm not going to go into too much details because I'm saving it for another video. But I'm just going to say that we were fine and nothing got destroyed. But we did have no power for a few days. Because of that, our community decided to reschedule Halloween and trick-or-treating to next week. Me and a few of my friends at the time were bummed, but we didn't let it deter us from getting our spook on. But I had another problem. You see, my parents were divorced, and because of that, I had to split holidays with them. For example, if I spent Halloween with my mom last year, I had to spend it with my dad next year. And unfortunately, this year it was my dad's turn. I hated spending Halloween over at my dad's place for one reason. Her. My evil ex-stepmother, Cindy. Every time I find a costume I like, she says no and makes me wear a costume that matches her daughter's. She only lets me trick-or-treat with kids she likes or her daughter's friends, and when I get tired or cold, she makes me suck it up until almost midnight. She doesn't even let me eat the candy I receive. She just gives it to her kids. But I was hoping to change it this time. My friend at the time, Rebecca, agreed to go trick-or-treating with me this year, and luckily Cindy liked her. We were going to be a black cat and a witch, and it was going to be awesome. But there was one more issue. Oh no. There was this big ass blizzard that basically turned the entire neighborhood white. And it was only the beginning of November. But they didn't want to reschedule Halloween again, so they just shrugged it off and said, oh well. My stepsisters, their friends, and I were getting our makeup done, and I looked like the cutest kitty ever. So I sat on the couch excitedly waiting for Rebecca to get here so we can go get candy. But then I got a call. Hey, where are you? I'm sorry, I can't go out. What? Yeah, the weather is bad for my asthma. Oh, okay. I understand. Happy Halloween. You too. I was absolutely devastated. I was panicking and trying not to cry as to not ruin my makeup, but my older ex-stepbrother Vincent decided that he would take me trick-or-treating instead. Usually I go with other kids, but my dad didn't want me to go out in the dark by myself, and Vincent was a cool guy. So I bundled up, which basically made me look like Randy from A Christmas Story, and we headed out. I could barely see anything out in the snow, but what I could see was nothing. There was no one else out, not even Halloween decorations. But that wasn't going to stop me from getting my candy. So we went to the first few houses we saw. Trick or treat. Oh, how adorable. Here you go. Thank you. Trick or treat. Oh, I forgot they rescheduled Halloween. Give me a second. I don't have any candy, but I have a bag of popcorn. Oh, thank you. Trick or treat. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't have anything to give. After the last house, we walked towards the 7-Eleven near us, which gives out free Slurpees, so we decided to grab some, which is kind of a bad idea during a blizzard, but we didn't care at this point. So you just want to head home? Yeah. After that, we head home, and I ran a hot bath. When I was done, I joined Vincent and watched Nightmare Before Christmas with him. Afterwards, my ex-stepsisters told me they didn't even bother going outside because of the cold, and Cindy let me keep my few pieces of candy I received. So that was something. The rest of my trick-or-treating experiences were still good until I eventually grew out of it at 16. But I still wear costumes every year. And that was my worst Halloween experience. What was your worst experience like? Let me know in the comments. See you in the next video!